So I wanted to start by reading what in the Zen tradition we have as the enlightenment story of the Buddha. There's a book in the Zen tradition called the Denkōroku, which means the transmission of the light. And it's basically the awakening stories of the first 52 of the patriarchs of Buddhism, starting from the Buddha and ending with Zen Master Dogen. I will say that one of the aspects of this is the Denkōroku was composed at a time when Buddhism and the Zen tradition were focusing on the patriarchs, on the male teachers. There absolutely were female teachers who were realized and were assisting students in becoming realized, but they weren't included as part of the patriarchal lineage. Fortunately, in the lineage I'm in, we have created a female lineage. We've gone back and identified the female masters and teachers, and they've been folded in. There's a separate lineage, and then there's a combined lineage of the male and female teachers. So as part of my work with my Zen teacher, I'll be finishing Zen Dharma transmission in March of next year, and I've requested and he's agreed that we'll be using the incorporated lineage. And when I offer the precepts, some of you are in my precept class, and we taking the precepts from me next year doing the ceremony of Jukai, you'll be receiving the integrated lineage as well, because that'll be a part of my teaching and my lineage. Anyway, so this is the Buddha's story. From beneath the Bodhi tree before dawn, Shakyamuni perceives the morning star directly and awakens beyond all awakening, exclaiming, I, the broad earth, and all conscious beings are enlightened, and effortlessly manifest the great way together. So this is a tremendous paragraph. This contains so much information, and so much of Buddhism is embedded in here. Because even talking about having this experience before dawn, so we're talking about a time of intense darkness, of blackness, much like the absolute, the absence function of the absolute. It's characterized by blackness, where presence is characterized by lightness, by whiteness. So Shakyamuni perceives the morning star directly. So there's no separation. There isn't a Shakyamuni perceiving another, a star, the morning star. There's an intimacy, a oneness. This is the oneness of the love. And directly awakens beyond all awakening. So awakens beyond all concept of awakening, all ideas about awakening. Awakening is more profound than all of that. So it's telling us that it was a non-conceptual awakening. I, the broad earth, and all conscious beings are enlightened. He doesn't say will be enlightened, have the capacity to be enlightened, are enlightened already. So this is part of the awakening, is the recognition that this is already here. You already have it in your consciousness. It isn't something you're going to get from me or from anyone else. It's already there. What we can do is we can activate, we can resonate, and that's what we do when we practice together. So all beings are already enlightened, as is the broad earth, and effortlessly. Effortlessly means there's not a doer, there's not a me doing something. It's effortlessly happening. Fruit is ripening on the tree effortlessly. And we manifest the great way. We manifest the practice together. So really wonderful paragraph. I think there's just so much contained in that we can learn from. Well, let me check in and see if there's any questions before we begin a meditation.